During World War II, the threat of air raids, invasion and espionage was ever present. Yet, despite constant danger, families across Europe and beyond developed a sense of security in their homes that might surprise modern viewers. They relied not on luck, but on practical, methodical strategies that can teach us valuable lessons about resilience, preparedness, and the psychology of safety. Before we dive in, remember to subscribe to Battlefield of Survival, like this video, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Your engagement helps us bring more detailed historical content directly to you. Homes were reinforced with simple but effective structural modifications. One of the most immediate steps families took to secure their homes was reinforcing the physical structure. In cities prone to bombing, basements were transformed into shelters, often lined with sandbags and timber to absorb shock. Windows were covered with thick plywood or blackout curtains to prevent glass shards from causing injury during explosions. In rural areas, families reinforced doors and gates with extra locks, metal bars, or heavy chains, creating multiple layers of entry control. These methods were straightforward yet effective. They minimized vulnerability without requiring professional construction. For survivalists today, applying this knowledge could mean retrofitting your home with reinforced entry points, creating safe rooms, or even using heavy furniture to block access in an emergency. Security wasn't just an individual effort, it was a community endeavor. During World War II, neighborhoods often formed watch groups, especially in areas vulnerable to air raids. Families would rotate patrol duties, monitor suspicious activity, and communicate alerts using simple tools like whistles or coded signals. This collective vigilance fostered a sense of shared responsibility, reducing panic and reinforcing the idea that help was always nearby. Modern enthusiasts can replicate this principle by developing neighborhood networks or even informal check-ins, ensuring multiple layers of situational awareness in high-risk areas. Air raid sirens became a routine part of daily life, and families developed disciplined responses. Shelters were stocked with essentials like water, blankets, first aid, and preserved food, ensuring that everyone knew where to go and what to do at a moment's notice. Some families even practiced evacuation drills, moving quickly from vulnerable areas of the home to reinforced spaces. This proactive approach allowed families to maintain composure during attacks. For survivalists today, similar drills, identifying safe zones, stocking emergency kits, and practicing rapid response can drastically improve both physical safety and psychological resilience. Another key tactic was, blending homes into their surroundings. Rural houses often used natural foliage, fences or netting to make structures less visible from the air. Meanwhile, urban dwellers painted rooftops in neutral tones or used tarps to break up outlines. Families who mastered concealment were, less likely to be targeted during bombings or raids. Today, this can translate into the strategic use of landscaping, tactical blackout measures, or urban camouflage techniques for those preparing for emergencies or survival scenarios. Beyond structural reinforcement, families relied heavily on disciplined routines. Doors were locked consistently, shutters closed at night, and valuables hidden in secure locations. Many households developed systems where only certain members knew access points or could respond to alarms, preventing confusion or vulnerability. So, the takeaway for modern audiences, really, is the importance of routine and redundancy. Knowing several ways to secure your space and making sure that every household member understands them. You see, physical measures alone just weren't enough. Families, well, they invested time in mental preparation too, instilling routines that help reduce panic during those unexpected events. Children, for example, were taught exactly where to go, how to react to sirens, and how to remain calm, while adults maintained vigilance without letting fear dominate their daily life. This kind of mental conditioning honestly created a genuine sense of security, even when there was constant danger. Modern survivalists, I think, can learn from this by pairing practical defences with mental readiness. Training, drills and clear plans really do reduce stress and improve decision-making under pressure. Even with limited resources, families made use of early warning systems. Telephone networks, coded signals, and even small radios kept them informed of imminent danger. Some used tripwires or makeshift alarms to detect intruders. These low-tech solutions, well, they really show that high-tech isn't always necessary. Effective security relies on awareness, communication, and timely action. For contemporary preparedness, this could mean installing inexpensive motion sensors, intercom systems, or community alert apps. Tools that echo the same principles wartime families used to protect their homes. Perhaps the most important lesson from the Second World War home security is adaptability. Families constantly assessed risks, adjusted routines, and improved defences based on evolving threats. They learned from neighbours, local authorities, and personal experience, creating a dynamic system of protection. Survivalists today can emulate this approach by regularly reviewing safety plans, updating emergency supplies, and testing defensive measures. Flexibility, combined with preparedness, is what transforms a house from a vulnerable structure into a fortified, resilient home. Securing homes during the Second World War was a mix of practical construction, disciplined routines, community collaboration, and psychological preparedness. Families felt safe not because danger disappeared, but because they controlled what they could and prepared rigorously for the unknown. By studying these methods, modern enthusiasts can extract timeless lessons for personal safety, emergency preparedness, and strategic thinking in any high-risk scenario. If you found this guide valuable, make sure to subscribe to Battlefield of Survival, like this video, and leave a comment sharing which Second World War home security tactic surprised you the most. Share this with fellow history buffs and survivalists to ensure these lessons continue to educate and inspire.